you're just sitting there having dinner, and dude sits down. Again, I'm stressing the public because we're talking about the risks to national security. A guy with security clearance and the Intelligence Committee in a public place, bloviating as loudly as possible to the point where people all around him can hear it, and you're able to pick it up on a recording.
Right.
He's just spilling the beans and everything.
Not with a device, just with my phone just sitting in front of me. I mean, I didn't need to bug the table or anything. It just, the phone right in front of me was enough to capture I probably could have had the phone a few tables away and still gotten the conversation. It was absolutely crazy. But I've already had members of Congress reach out to me about this. He's not going to have a good week after. Let's just say that. It's that.
Right off the bat, I mean, this is what you've told us so far, and again, you're going to go through the recordings, and we'll see what happens. But the stuff we know already, I'll put it like this: I'm sure I speak for a lot of people who are like, I want to see the recording, like I want to know that it actually happened. What was said was said. That being said, like you obviously have photos and recordings. You do, and you obviously were there. You have videos of the guy. So
if you watch the video of me confronting him, I actually mentioned some of the stuff that I'm mentioning right now. I asked him for comment. Like, you want to comment on the fact that you don't want to bang your wife anymore because you want to bang tens in D.C.? I asked him that as he was walking.
Does he not know he's famous? It's so weird.
Yeah, and then he looks at me like a deer in the headlights, like, oh my God, how this guy's been sitting next to me for an hour and a half.
This warrants expulsion.
Yeah, it absolutely warrants expulsion. Absolutely.
But they're never going to do it. I mean,
he should at least, like Phil was saying, be pulled off those committees.
Yeah.
Well, he's off intel already, right?
I'm not sure, but at the end of the day, this kind of behavior should mean that he can't be on any committees. He should lose all appointments.
Right.
He can obviously, if his constituents want him to stay, then he can stay. But there's no reason for the speaker or any committee to allow him to stay, considering this type of behavior.
Right.
He's on Judiciary.
Yeah, he's on Homeland Security.
He's on Homeland Security.
Which is really dangerous.
Cybersecurity
He
and
should
infrastructure.
clearly lose his clearance.
protection.
After Fong Fong? Like, why is he on Homeland Security? It seems like a big oversight.
So that Fong thing was a very long time ago.
Yeah.
And he got into these things after the fact.
Yeah. So
who's... Right. 2.5 years ago, this whole thing came out. And so you have Speaker Johnson. He's the one that has the power to decide who's on what committee.
Who issues his clearance? Like, who could revoke his clearance? Obviously, the president could revoke his clearance, but who else? Like, what other authorities would be involved in repealing or revoking his clearance? Because he shouldn't have a clearance.
No, he cannot be trusted. I don't care, Republican or
absolutely.
Democrat. People are like, oh, well, you're attacking this guy because he's a Democrat or whatever. No.
So
he spent all day yesterday attacking Dan Crenshaw for saying that he wanted to murder Tucker Carlson.
That was crazy.
Yeah, what
is going on?
Right. It's like, what is up with these people?
Congressmen are just losing it.
You've got Rep Garcia, who we're going to censure this week. For saying that he wants people to bring actual weapons against Elon Musk.
I really love the idea.
That was crazy.
These people are increasingly brazen. You have these Democrats out there protesting, saying that this is war now and we need to fight in the streets.
Jasmine Crockett, she's out of control.
Particularly in a climate where we had 2 attempts on the sitting president's life. There are constant.
That makes a big difference.
Yes, absolutely. There was an attack at there was a Tesla dealership that was shot out. Now that's symbolic, but they didn't expect to hit Musk. But the point is, it was a violent attack on something that was representative of Elon Musk. There was I don't know what the deal surrounding the bomb in
Las Vegas
of the Tesla truck, but in this environment, in this climate, having people in positions of authority, and again, being in Congress does make a difference as to what you say. We do have the freedom of speech, but if you're in a position of authority, you have to be careful what you're saying when it comes to things like violent rhetoric. If it's a Republican that says these kind of things, people on the left are doing all they can to have as damaging repercussions happen as possible. And I think that it should be the same standard should be held to the Democrats.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you go to these protests now, because I'm in D.C. a lot, and I go to these protests on Capitol Hill. You see every single time at this point, you see somebody, there's this one woman that goes every time wearing a Luigi hat with an anti-Elon Musk sign. You know exactly what she's calling for. She's openly doing it, and nothing is done about it because,
Well, there's no imminent threat created.
I know, and so, but these people are being emboldened. They're going. I don't know if you saw this yesterday, where luckily we have Eagle Ed Martin, the new U.S. attorney, Trump's new U.S. attorney up there, that is investigating this chick on TikTok that's coming out and literally saying, "Somebody please assassinate Elon Musk," and saying that she hasn't filed taxes for 8 years, which is a really stupid admission. Maybe she should call your sponsor. I don't know, but
there's another woman that's going viral right now where she was saying something to the effect of, we all know what needs to be done.
Right.
And then, there's tons of these videos where they try to use innuendo to call for violence. But it does look like we got Dan and Cash, and they're going to be taking these things more seriously. This administration, of course, is going to take things much more seriously. And I think you mentioned, in response that went on TikTok calling for harm to Elon Musk, a U.S. attorney directly responded saying, we're going to get...
Yeah, we'll be in contact. Talk soon.
Right. Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.